Hello you lot, it's Ilaria and I've got another story for you. This one is called The Cold Picnic, and once again I am joined by the gang. We have got Rita the mouse, cute but bossy Rita the mouse. There you go, Rita. You all right there? Brian the chicken, he's a bit strange, isn't he? But a good chicken to have around. And the sensible one, the lovely, lovely Albert the monkey. Now this story starts when it is absolutely freezing cold and Albert the monkey is having a dream that he's a snowman eating ice cream. That's how cold he is. He wakes up and his toes feel like ice lollies, you know, those 10p ones from the shop. He is so cold. And the first thing he hears is Rita the mouse snoring loudly. Now she's very, very small, but snores so loudly it shakes the house. It's all a bit odd. And Brian the chicken, he's got two snores. He's got one that does this. Kind of a classic snore. And he's got another one where he just does this. So no wonder poor Albert the monkey's stressed all the time. Albert the monkey puts his cold toes into his favourite slippers and he goes downstairs and makes a coffee. A few minutes peace. He loves living with these two, but it can be a bit noisy sometimes. Now this is Albert's favourite thing. A lot of grown-ups like this. A 5-minute coffee in peace with no one asking them a question. He was so happy. What would the day bring? Ooh. But it didn't last long. All of a sudden he heard footsteps and he saw these two coming into the kitchen. Morning, morning. Oh, just let me finish my coffee. Morning. Just let me have one more sip. Albert, I've got an idea, said Rita. Why don't we go to the zoo? No, said Albert the monkey. It's freezing cold outside. Why don't we put the radiators on, watch a film, seaside? You want to go to the seaside, Brian? It's really, really cold. Well, why don't we go swimming? No, it's cold. I think we should all have hot chocolates and get cosy. No, we're going to do something fun. Please, Albert. Oh, please, just give me a minute. Albert hadn't quite warmed up to the day. Albert said, give me one more coffee and then I'll make a decision. So he flicked on the kettle again and he had another cup of coffee. Albert, oh, you two. So he drank his coffee in 3 big gulps. But it was hot, so it's more like this. He put down his mug and he said, oh, go on then. Let's go on a picnic. Oh, Albert, have you not got a backbone? You don't want to go, remember? Bit spineless is our Albert. Lovely, but bit weak. So they were going to go on a cold picnic. This would be all right, wouldn't it? We just need to pack up the picnic basket. And Rita the mouse said, I'll do some baking. I'll make us all some chocolate cookies. Now these two gave each other a strange look. I mean, the last time Rita baked, she forgot about it and they ended up eating a green cake. Go on then, Rita. Well, Rita said, I'm going to have to go next door to Barry the donkey to get some eggs. Now, Barry the donkey was their lovely next door neighbour. As well as doing the car boot sales in the village, he also sold eggs. So if anybody needed eggs in the village, they'd go round to Barry. Rita the mouse did a very little gentle knock, knock, knock. Small hands. Couldn't hear her. A bit louder. Knock, knock. She opened up the letterbox. Barry! Oh, hello? Everybody say hello to Barry the donkey. Hello there, Rita. Sorry, I was in the middle of something. What were you doing? Never you mind. Oh. Well, I'd like to know. What were you doing? Never mind. Oh, that's me told then. Rita explained to Barry how she wanted to bake some cookies and that she needed some eggs. 4 would do it. 4 lovely little eggs. Oh no, Rita, you're not baking again, are you? Did you not remember your Halloween cupcakes? Nearly set fire to the house. And remember, I'm only next door. Paper thin walls, like I've said. Paper thin walls. All right, look, have you got these eggs? Yep, You stay there a minute, I'll go and get the eggs. And off he went. He's a lovely next door neighbour. Oh, and while you're in there, Barry, can we have a picnic basket? Are you forgetting everything that I gave to your Albert the other week? And now you want more? Oh my goodness. For you, Rita, anything. And in he went and he brought back the prettiest little picnic basket and handed Rita 4 eggs. Be careful with that bacon. Rita invited him along, but he said, are you stark raving bonkers? It's freezing. I'm not even doing the car boot sale. I'm going to put my slippers on and watch telly. See ya. Bye, Barry. That's Barry the donkey. A lively character. So Rita was armed with the eggs. She went in and she started doing the baking. But she didn't just do it on her own. She's a little bit lazy. So she roped in the help of these 2. So Rita, being the bossy mouse that she is, stood up on the work surface and just shouted, butter! And Brian the chicken would get the butter, hand it over to Albert, who would pass it on to Rita. Good little system. And Rita would give it a good mix. There we go. Mix that up. And then she'd go, flour! Brian would get the flour, pass it to Albert, put it in. Good little system. She'd mix it up. Don't worry, Rita, I'll do your mixing for you. She's got small arms. Eggs. Brian would pass the eggs on to Albert, put them in, mix it up. This was going pretty well. Better than the Halloween cupcakes. Well, it was going well until this one over here decided that he wanted to go and do his jigsaw puzzle. So off he went. He only had 4 pieces left. It was going to be a good afternoon for him. But without Brian the chicken, Albert couldn't see anything because he's been wearing my glasses and I am sick of it. So I've taken them back. He's not having them. He needs to go and get his own. He can't see anything. So Rita shouts, sugar! Everything's a bit blurry. Albert's feeling around the cupboards and he finds this. I mean, it begins with an S, doesn't it? It'll be all right. So Albert the monkey passes that on to Rita. She puts it into the mixing bowl. There we go. So far, so good. I mean, Albert can't see, but let's just see how this goes. And he's looking around and he says, oh, Rita, what about chocolate chips? And Rita says, lovely idea. Feels around. Oh, kind of. I mean, they're both brown, aren't they? Yeah, he gives it a sniff. Oh, it must be the modern stuff, you know. Yeah, he's seen it in the health food shops. So he passes it on to Rita the mouse, he puts it in, she gives it a good mix. And it doesn't smell like the normal ones, but, you know, Rita the mouse, she's quite adventurous in the kitchen, so she thought, I'll give it a go. She mixed it up, it was all nice and thick. And it was always Brian the chicken's job to lick the spoon. So Rita said, Brian! Brian knew what was coming up. He put down the jigsaw and went in to lick the spoon. Oh, God. Oh, his eyes started watering. He felt sick. Oh. And Rita said, what is it? Are they good? And he knows you've got to be polite. So he says, oh, yes, it's lovely. I'm just crying because sometimes when I have really good food, it kind of makes me feel a bit emotional. Well done. You got out of that one. Rita was all excited. She felt chuffed and Albert thought he'd got away with it. Rita put the cookies into the oven and she had just enough time to make some jam sandwiches. So she made them up, put them on the work surface and they went up and they got into their warm clothes. So they put on their woolly hats, scarves, mittens, everything that they needed and they were ready. They packed up everything into the picnic basket and just in time for the cookies to be ready. Oh, they did smell strange, a bit savoury maybe, but it'll all be fine. So out they went and all of a sudden Rita went, oh, we didn't get the jam sandwiches. Albert went, I'll go and get them. Got to do everything around here. Albert went in and he saw something kind of white and shaped like a sandwich next to the microwave and he went, there we go, that'll be the sandwiches. And he also picked up a lovely apple on the way. So there we go. And off they went to the picnic. It was so cold, they were shivering, but because they'd all agreed on this, none of them wanted to say, oh, it's too cold. You know, they all just had to pretend they were all right. Lovely day, isn't it? Oh, yeah, can't wait to dig into those cookies. Brian got a bit worried. He can't have another one of the gravy cookies, can he? And all of a sudden, they heard some rustling in a bush. And they looked over and they saw something very, very fluffy. Oh, hello. Who are you? Jerry? Jerry? Oh, I'm Rita's mate from Butlins. Oh, Rita, you didn't tell us you've got other friends. Can I join you? Oh, it gets a bit awkward, doesn't it, when you don't know someone very well and they're tagging along for the day. So Albert said to Rita, obviously so Jerry couldn't hear, how well do you know Jerry? Rita says, oh yeah, she's just my friend from Butlins. Well, she can sit with us if you do all the talking because I don't like new people. Brian agreed. And he thought maybe she could eat the gravy cookies so it would all work out. So they all sat down and they all did this awkward smile that all grown-ups do. To break the silence, Brian said, so Jerry, what are you? You can't ask that, Brian. What are you? I'm a guinea pig. Brian was still confused and said, but you're huge. Brian, you can't tell people that they're big. That is so... I'm so sorry, Jerry. I'm really sorry. Albert said, how old are you, Jerry? That's a more normal question, yes. 4. 4? I mean, Rita's 9. You are big, Jerry. Yeah, I know. Poor Jerry. So they all sat round and they all pretended to like the gravy cookies. They were horrible. And Albert thought, oh, I'm going to have a lovely jam sandwich. Jam sandwich? This isn't a jam sandwich, it's an electricity bill. And it's an expensive one. Brian, have you been washing your pants on 40 again? I've told you, wash your clothes on 30. Do you not care about the environment? Unbelievable. Oh, well, I'll have a bit of an apple. Oh, that was horrible as well. Oh, no, it was all going wrong. They had rubbish food. They didn't really like that Jerry was there. It was really cold. And all of a sudden they heard bzzz, bzzz. What is it? Bzzz. Oh, no, at every picnic there's always a wasp. Ignore it. Pretend you can't see it. Bzzz. Oh, it worked. It went. They're all sat round, eating their onion, eating the lettuce. It wasn't going well. And all of a sudden, they thought, oh, is your bum a bit itchy? Brian said, yeah, it is. Yeah. Rita went, mine is. Jerry went, so's mine. Oh no. Oh no, that's really itchy. What can it be? What is it? It's the ants. Every picnic, there's always ants. If it's not wasps, it's ants. Oh, right. We're packing everything up. Come on. Hold on to your hats. Get your picnic basket. Pack away the mats. Bring everything with you. We're going. I think that's right, actually. If your bum starts to itch when you're on a picnic, it probably is time to go home. So they all walked home together, and Jerry, and they all said, oh, when we get in, shall we have the jam sandwiches that we didn't bring with us, and we can all finish off your jigsaw puzzle? He only had one piece left. And they decided that if you needed a hat, it was not time to go on a picnic, unless it's a sun hat. If it's a woolly hat, just stay in and watch the telly. So join us next time for another story from this gang.